I'm Raj. Aloha. How's it going? I wanted to cover the lug nut situation with you that we were discussing over this past few days. So first of all, this is another rim that you sent in to me. It is a 8-1 Foxtrot Victor 20390. So this looks exactly like the other 50D wheels that you just sent to me. So this is one of your studs, and I just wanted to mock it here so I could make my point on what I was talking about. So, flat washer lug nuts. So the single purpose of these, and I say this with no disrespect, I'm not saying you guys don't know or you don't know, I'm just covering it. So a flat seat washer has no purpose in centering the rim. So it does not and will not center the rim. So with that being said, a lug nut with a flat seat must be centered by the center bore and also at some level being centered by the lug. For example, if this rim was cocked sideways like this, like imagine if it's like this. If you put a flat seat washer on it, it's only gonna pancake it down and it's not gonna allow the rim to be centered, right? So now it's centered, but if you put the rim on the unit and it's sitting over here, if you use a flat seat washer, all it's gonna do is pancake it sideways, and then when your unit starts to drive, it's gonna move eventually, and now we have a moving problem. So this is possibly one of the birth childs of the problem that we're having. Now, the second unit, so this is the lug nut that I was told to use through part numbers, and the reason why I did not use it is this. If you look right here, when I drop it in there, it matches the bevel, but look, this bottom portion is actually touching the rim. So if I sit here and I torque this, it's cutting into this rim, where the old bad wheels that we had all were being cut in the rim. At the same time, if this is sideways a little and you're torquing this down, what happened with, well, whoever it was, one of the other companies, somebody that torqued it down, is they torqued it down when it was sideways, and this portion was cutting like this. So they're torquing it, and then it's trying to slip in, but it wasn't slipping in, and it was causing abrasions on one portion of it because they were crushing it with this lug nut. Now we get to the proper lug nut. Why is this proper? Well, it matches the bevel flawlessly. Number one, it has the ability to center the wheel. It's not gonna crush on the side because it's gonna slip right in. And lastly, most importantly, is you are not touching the wheel regardless of your torque. So this is why I ended up with this lug nut. It's the only one, in my opinion, that we could use. So if for some reason the factory said to use this, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to sound arrogant, but the factory's wrong. If they told us to use this, it's wrong, because this corner right here is actually cutting into the rim. And again, the flat seat, we know already, if this thing's sideways and you're gonna drop a flat seat on it, it is not gonna center itself. And I've never in my life seen a wheel manufacturer or any type of manufacturer demand you to use this type of setup. If they did, they are wrong. So anyhow, that is the deal with the lugs, and hope this wasn't too long. Aloha.